Welcome to Canucks Last Week, where I try to cover everything Canucks hockey in a shorter amount of time than Tuukka Rask lasted in Vancouver. Yeah, I'm gonna take that cheap shot. The Canucks hardly chase goaltenders, and I mean, it's against Boston. How could I not? Buck Foston. 6-1. The Canucks beat the Bruins 6-1, and if you're gonna win in a tanking season, what better game to do it than against Brad Marchand? I'm clearly over 2011, hey? At least I wasn't alive for Mark Messier and the Rangers. Anyway, the Canucks were buzzing early, scoring 4 times in the first, with Louis Eriksson starting it off against his old team. He now has 23 points in 48 games, good for a 39-point pace. That's pretty solid middle six scoring, and he's a great defensive winger. He's still not worth the 6x6, but I'm trying to be optimistic here, guys. I totally see why he won't be scratched out of Travis Green's lineup. The Sedins created a nice tic-tac-toe play for Daniel to finish, making it 2-0, and then Troy Stecher made a great play in his own zone, breaking the forecheck and got it to Bo Horvat, who continues to impress me with his skating this year. He gets the puck before the blue line and changes gears around Charlie McAvoy. It's a little thing, but it's such a dangerous tool when you can fake going into the inside and then accelerate like it's nothing to the outside, and McAvoy got burned and Bo made no mistake. That might have been my favorite goal of Bo Horvat's. Let's talk about Bo here for a bit before I get into the rest of the game. He has 31 points in 42 games, which is a 62-point pace in an 82-game season. That's first-line production. He's contributing offensively, and his possession metrics have greatly improved over last year. He's also just looked much better away from the puck this year, and I'm starting to truly believe that he can actually become a two-way force in this league. When he signed his 6-year, $5.5 million contract before the season started, I said, if Bo can turn into a play-driving 65-point shutdown center, $5.5 million is a home run. And to me, as much as it pains me to say this, I, at this point, don't know if Bo is really worth the 5.5. Going into the summer, I was hoping for a contract around 4.8 to 5.2, and 5.5 was about my absolute max that I would go. But like I said earlier in the video, Bo is this team's leader. He's the face of this franchise and the symbol of hope to everyone in Vancouver. I guess you can't really put a price on that. Hopefully next year, Bo proves me wrong and he turns into an elite two-way forward. But as far as bets go, Bo is exactly the type of person I would bet on. So far this season, he's looking like a very smart bet for the Canucks, but it's still too early to tell. He has a long way to go. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Back to the game, the young 99B line made it 4-0 after some weird bounces in Boston's end, and Brock was originally credited with the goal, but that was later given to Sven Berchi, which is a little sad because everyone wants Brock Besser to score. Nick Dowd made it 5-0 after Jake Virtanen drove to the net. Yeah, that's right, Jake drove to the net. ICBC would be proud. Eriksson scores his second of the night on the power play to make it 6-1, and oh yeah, Erik Gudbranson crushed Marchand into the boards. That was without a doubt Gudbranson's best game as a Vancouver Canuck, and if he can string more performances like that together, the new contract he just signed will be a lot more tolerable. Speaking of the Gutty extension, something else I'd like to add to my thoughts from yesterday is that I'm not quite convinced Gutty has another gear like some other people are talking about. He's 25, and I'm fairly confident that what you see is what you're gonna get. I will say, however, is that having contract security will do wonders for him, and he can hopefully string together some more consistent performances, and that right there is value in itself. Let's hope he's hungry to prove all the haters wrong. There's rumors about Alex Edler to Tampa Bay, which would be awesome to see, not only because of the potential return that we would get. I'm thinking something like a first and an above-average prospect. I've heard other people talk about Nemesnikov, which would be classic Jim Benning, but it would also be so cool to see Edler have another shot at a Stanley Cup. He's a top 3 defenseman of all time in Canucks history, and he's severely underappreciated for Canucks fans right now. There's also Chris Tanev rumors, even though he's now out for 3 to 4 weeks with a fracture in his leg. And Ben Hutton keeps getting scratched, and it looks like he could be traded as well. There's a lot to watch here as the trade deadline comes up. It'll be very, very fun to watch. So that's gonna do it for me for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, as it really helps me out knowing if I'm doing stuff right or wrong. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting subscribe and joining us on this ridiculous Canucks journey that we're all on. And yeah, I will see you guys next time.